What's it really costing you to stay comfortable? What if I told you that the key to everything you want is literally right beyond the border of your comfort zone? If you are letting your comfort zone rule you, you're literally denying yourself your potential. Don't let your comfort zone be the barrier between you and your blessings. There are so many blessings and opportunities that we will only be able to access if we give ourselves the chance to step out of the familiar. Yes, this could be scary. Yes, it is uncomfortable, but the only way that we expand our opportunities, expand our horizon of the things that we have access to, is by pushing beyond our comfort zone. If you want things that you've never had before, if you want to be things that you've never been before, you're going to have to do things that you've never done before. You're going to have to do things that the past version of yourself was too afraid to or didn't know how to do. And this isn't easy because as humans, we cling to our comfort zone. We cling to the familiar. I've spoken about this in another video I have about change, and I'll link that at the end. We naturally cling to what we know because it keeps us safe, right? But we'll never really be able to grow if we limit ourselves to that. We got to be willing to walk into that new space, not knowing if we have everything it takes, not knowing, what exactly awaits, but willing to bet on ourselves. We don't have to have all the answers before we move. We don't have to have it all figured out or have it mastered before we do something. We just have to be willing to try and to trust in ourselves. Too many of us are letting opportunities go and not even seeing them because we don't think that they're even in our realm of potential. We don't think that we could even have that or that we have what it takes. So many of us are telling ourselves these messages of how we're not good enough and, concocting all of these stories and fairy tales of all the reasons why we're not enough and why we can't and why, we should just stay in our zone and just, not go over there because that's like hard and we don't know how to do that and we're not good at that. But that's really BS. Like, we are so much more capable than we allow ourselves to believe. And most of these obstacles and reasons why we can't are way more mental than they are physical. If you really would try, if you would really just apply yourself, even if, you don't think that you have everything that it takes, you would likely be very surprised at what would open up for you and at what you would be able to really accomplish. The only way that we can really build that trust in ourselves to go beyond our comfort zone is to do it in the first place. It's to do it when it's uncomfortable. It's to bet on ourselves, even, if we're not sure in our abilities and we're like, okay, I don't think I'm good at that. I don't think that that's my thing. Like, I'm not used to that. It's to go and pull through and show up for yourself and be like, yeah, even though you're unsure, I'll catch you. Like, catch yourself. It's by showing up, doing that presentation, going to that place, applying to that new job, going to that interview, talking to that person you're afraid to talk to. It's about showing up for that role, for that experience, and then pulling through and catching yourself. Even if you get flustered, even if you stutter, even if you mess up and make mistakes, the more you just show up for yourself and, you tell yourself and prove to yourself that you can and that you will, even no matter how scared you are, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. You prove your capability and you prove to yourself that you can succeed in unfamiliar territory. And having that belief in yourself, being like, okay, if I try, if I go, then, I'll follow through. And I might stumble a little bit, but I'll do it and, I'll figure it out. That just belief and that trust in yourself will open up so many doors for you. Once you get comfortable in being uncomfortable and you realize that discomfort is the initiation into progress and growth, that's when you'll be able to grow like never before. When you practice expanding your comfort zone, when you practice pushing the boundaries, then you learn the power of discomfort. Discomfort can really become something that you learn to be okay with, to be comfortable with. You learn to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. And that discomfort will really serve you as a superpower, because so much of life is uncomfortable. So much of life, can be scary. So many opportunities and experiences in life depend on your ability to step into the unfamiliar and to step beyond your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is something that is meant to be constantly expanding. It's meant to be something that you stretch and grow. It's not meant to be a fixed thing. A lot of us run from this discomfort and the fear that comes with the unfamiliar, with stepping into something new. But really, discomfort is something that signals growth to us very often. We usually don't get that anxious discomfort when we're doing the same old thing that we usually do. We usually get that feeling when we are on the brink of something new, when we are on the brink of some type of breakthrough, whether that is, at work, whether that's at an interview, at a new job, whether that's, talking to someone new, presenting, public speaking, building something new, starting a YouTube channel, whatever it is. This discomfort and that fear that we get is really not a sign for us to stop, but it's a sign for us to go. It's a sign that something new is awakening within us and that we're tapping into a new part of ourselves that can really help us grow. When you feel that anxiety creeping in when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, don't run from it. Get excited about it. My old English teacher, he once told me that when he would present and he would feel his face flush and he would get all tense, he would stop telling himself, oh, I'm so anxious. And he would tell himself, wait, I'm excited. Flip that. Because those feelings, they go kind of very close together. So when you can tell yourself like, okay, yes, maybe I am anxious, but I'm excited about this new opportunity, I'm excited to do this thing that makes me uncomfortable, then you'll really be able to maximize and optimize that feeling of anxiety. Get excited, because it means that something new of value is going on for you and coming into your life. It means that you're growing. When you're in these positions of discomfort and you continue to move through them, you are growing. You're expanding your comfort zone. You're expanding your mind. You're expanding your realm of opportunities. And this is truly an amazing thing. So stop looking at discomfort as something that you got to run from. Look at it as something that you get to stride through. So don't let your comfort zone control you. You control the width of your comfort zone. You don't have to be fearless or have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to try. You just have to be willing to trust in yourself that you'll learn, that you'll grow, and that you'll rise up to the occasion. You just got to give yourself a chance and see how life opens up for you. If you gained something from this video, I would love if you left a like and let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!